What's up, y'all? Welcome back to another video on the channel. And today I got baked KRAFT macaroni and cheese. Crazy, right? Who does this? Me. But I just made it, do what I usually do to make it better. And then I didn't actually bake it. I put it under the broiler. It was in there for like maybe 5-10 minutes or so, somewhere around there. So it may look good, may not, but hey. What it looks like. I'm gonna tell you one thing. Because I always do what I do when it comes to KRAFT, this is still good. Of course, it's not as good as, like, the obvious, boxed, like, raw macaroni, and then you got your little cheese sauce and, all that kind of stuff, but still good. I just wish I had like some kind of meat to go with, like some chicken or something, but hey, it is what it is. KRAFT was my thing growing up as a kid. Like, I'm pretty sure that was a lot of people's introduction to mac and cheese, but at some point the gears started going on in my head, and once I realized, what real mac and cheese is actually supposed to look like and taste like, I never stopped loving KRAFT though. I always loved KRAFT because it's always been over reliable for so long. Even now, in my adult life, KRAFT still serves the same purpose it always did. It's just that now that I'm grown, I kind of know how to cook a little bit. I can go out and buy the ingredients and make real mac and cheese or whatever you want to call it. But oh man, this would have been good with some fried chicken. I ain't gonna lie. Burn the hell out of my mouth. I gotta better strategize when I do spend my money to buy like groceries on different stuff, so I'm not forced to make repeat videos and stuff, I mean, food is food, but I'm pretty sure y'all want to see like other stuff. Like, what else do you eat, So y'all just gotta be patient with me. I'm telling y'all, there's two type of mac and cheese fans. There's the mac and cheese fans that only love baked mac and cheese, and they scoff at the thought of eating anything from a box like this with the powder or whatever. Or you're a mac and cheese fan like me and you love both because both still serve the purpose of being mac and cheese. It's not like I'm just making this as the box says or whatever, and I'm not doing nothing to it to make it extra delicious. I'm seasoning it up, I'm just being extra with it at times, Because that little cheese powder is good. But then you have shredded cheese and then like sliced cheese, and you add that to the mix. I'm telling you, there's something about it that's just delicious. It's serving a purpose. Y'all don't understand. Like, some days be harder than others, where I I go the whole day just at work, so hungry, just be so starving. It's like, man, I can't wait to go home and eat. And just the thought of being able to just eat something, even if it's something I didn't already did like a bunch of times or whatever within the week or whatever, record a video and stuff, is fun in and of itself to think about, you know. Because this isn't the first time you've seen me eat Kraft macaroni and cheese, and it's not going to be the last. This might be the first and last time you ever see me eat it just like this by itself, but hey. Like I said, I'm not gonna say this is better than like legit homemade mac and cheese or whatever, because it's not. But I can't say it's bad. I just can't, because it's not. It's really good for me. As you know, we season the water. I use that little chicken bouillon seasoning. Put that in the water. Now, a little tip that I picked up from Smoking and Grilling with AB, was a very popular cooking channel on YouTube, one of my favorites, is that you save a little bit of your pasta water, a lot of extra little flavor and stuff, when you drain your noodles, and then you put the noodles back in the pot and you add the cheese and do all that kind of stuff. You add that a little bit of, it makes a huge difference. It really does. I didn't do that this time, but because I was trying to hurry up and make this real quick, because I was like, am I gonna do this, or am I just gonna make a bunch of grilled cheese and try to make it a challenge? Am I gonna make a bunch of peanut butter and jelly? I didn't know what I was gonna do. Like, but then I was like, you know what? I need something that I know gonna fill me up, something that's gonna be delicious, guaranteed, and this is what I chose. So I just love cheese and noodles. And the idea of cheese and noodles mixed with milk and butter and all that kind of stuff, you just can't go wrong. Now, because of how I ate it, can't really accurately tell how much I ate. So I feel like I ate a decent amount. I mean, look at the box. This is, okay, so when we use this box, this is the box we use when we feed 3 people. And 3 people, 2 or 3 people is eating this. The regular size small box is for like 1 or 2 people. I'm eating for 3, essentially. But shredded cheese, that Kobe Jack or whatever, it kind of play tricks on you, because it I guess because of that, and like the broiler, the way it cooked the cheese on top, it almost gives it like a illusion that I'm eating mac and cheese with cheeses on top. I'm not the biggest cracker guy, but if there's any kind of like cracker based like cheese like snack that I'm gonna choose, it's gonna be cheeses all day. And my favorite flavor is the buffalo wing flavor. That flavor is so good. Like, it's just it's everything that I would want in a cheese cracker based thing, you know. So I never really liked Goldfish, but then again, I never really liked Cheez-Its until my adult life. Because to me, crackers was just a lame, like, cousin to like chips, and chips was always cool. So if you would ask me, would I rather prefer between crackers and chips? Chips, obviously. You want a cheesy chip? You got cheesy chips. You want spicy? They got spicy. You want ranch? You want barbecue, honey mustard, salt and vinegar, plain, whatever. They got all kinds of flavors. Crackers is more of a, you put stuff on top of the cracker and then you eat the cracker. One thing I will say, the popular mukbanger known as Ben Dean, who I've spoken about before, who was on my foodie Mount Rushmore, he was the one that made it cool to just make a video just eating macaroni by itself out the box like this, or other things, because he just eats whatever. Like, he made video on so many different things. You know, always entertaining. He always eats like a savage. It is always just a very cool thing to watch. I don't think I'm as cool as Ben or as creative. I'm probably more weird, but all in all, like, you know, I'm not ashamed to make this video, or a video if I decide to just make a video eating peanut butter and jelly sandwiches or something like that. Because, hey, food is life. Food is life. Like, low key, I can feel the sensation of getting full. And that's good, because I like the idea of being able to eat a good meal and feel full, feel satisfied, but not to the point where you're about to blow up, where you gotta sit there, you gotta lay on the bed, lay on your stomach and all that stuff. You be like, oh man, I'm so full, I'm about to blow up. I can't even move an inch. Like, I don't like that, you know. But eating till like you're full, but you're not about to blow up your stomach, that's perfect. I don't know for y'all there, who eats mac and cheese, who makes mac and cheese. Do you just do salt and pepper, or do you do garlic powder and all that kind of stuff? Because here's what I do. Like, salt and pepper to me is just, it can work, but it's like, what are you doing? Like, me, like, I do pepper, garlic powder, smoked paprika. Sometimes I'll use a little ground mustard. Most times I don't, sometimes I do. Any kind of like seasoned salt, and sometimes like regular old salt or whatever. And that'd be the seasoning of my mac and cheese. Because, hey man, you gotta have flavor with that. Especially when we're talking about grown people mac and cheese, not mac and cheese for little kids, or even like pre-teenagers or something. Like, you get away with a little pepper, a little salt. But me, my mac and cheese, like, I like to have some garlic powder and stuff in there too. I'm not saying seasoning like you're seasoning ribs or a burger or a steak or something. I'm just saying, that's just me personally. 'Cause I said this before too, but some people be down bad for their mac and cheese, because like there's no excuse to not make good mac and cheese. Because then even if you do only use salt and pepper, you gotta be able to taste it. And then I'd be trying to question, like, how many cheeses do y'all use? The most novice is just using just one cheese or whatever, but at least do 2 or more cheeses at least. You can get away with just doing 2 cheeses depending on what the cheese is. Like you do like a cheddar cheese, like sharp, a really strong kind of flavor, and then you do like a Colby Jack or like a Monterey Jack. Gouda is also a good one. I go ham when it comes to like the cheeses. Right, I'm not saying I'm using every cheese in existence, but I definitely would try to make a little something special, Gouda is almost a must. Gouda cheese, cheddar, but it doesn't have to be sharp. I know some people say, "Oh, it's gotta be sharp cheddar." No, it don't. You can do mild cheddar, right? Because sometimes, at least for me, sometimes the sharp cheddar can be overpowering if that's like the main cheese you use. But I guess it shouldn't be a problem for me because cheddar is not the main cheese I would use. It'd be like Gouda and like Colby Jack cheese. But cheddar definitely plays in the mix. And believe it or not, use a couple of slices of American cheese. I'm telling you. Because American cheese probably got like the most milky like taste out of all the cheeses. I'm almost done. And also be warned, if I didn't already warn y'all, you're gonna see a lot, and I mean a lot, of videos of me doing some kind of homemade Sunday dinner like thing or something. And I guarantee you baked mac and cheese is gonna be always on the menu. Unless I happen to not be in the mood or didn't have the ingredients or whatever the case may be. But in most cases it will, because like I said, it's one of my favorite foods. When I think of soul food, that's like the instant thing I think about, aside from like greens and stuff. And in my opinion, there's no side that is better than that. Like that's so good that I don't even look at it as a side. I grew up always thinking that was the main dish, not the chicken or the pork chops or whatever. Macaroni. The 3-section plates. Like you got the 2 small ones, you got the big thing. That's where my mac and cheese would be at. My mom used to always make my plate. Mac and cheese would be the big spot, and then you'll have a little bit for the meat or whatever case it be, or maybe you can kind of put the meat kind of like on the side with the mac and cheese, but the mac and cheese was in that bigger spot. And then the stuff I didn't like the vegetables and all that kind of weird stuff, would be on the smaller parts. Please leave a comment and a like. If you're new, please subscribe. I greatly appreciate it. And until next time, peace out.